Graduation is the traditional end of school year rites, marking the accomplishment of a particular educational stage to begin a new one. God's timing isn't always our timing. He may not work things out the way we planned, but He is working things out for better. Pandemic has really changed everything around the world, from our basic routinary way of living to celebration of big events has suddenly shifted to new normal. Today, our dear parents and their children who patiently waited. Finally, it's over. Tininggaan Elementary School proudly presents its graduation and moving up virtual ceremonies for this school year with the theme, Strengthening the Quality of Education Amid the COVID-19 Pandemic. To start with this most awaited event has never been made possible without the support of the equally and highly esteemed individuals. Our dynamic and very supportive District Supervisor, Dr. Elda L. Evangelista, our dedicated school head, Sir Fermin C. Cababat, other distinguished men and women of the entire academic community, colleagues, members of the graduating class, proud parents, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant and joyous viewing to all. To begin with, may we all put ourselves in the spirit of patriotism as we listen the singing of the national anthem, regional hymn, and division hymn to be played by multimedia.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, telas ng sinangalan, alam ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisigil, sa nagatang tutok sa simoy at sa langit ng bangaw, ay hinatang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nag-iindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pang ay di magdidinig. Lumang ang araw ng warhagit pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling.
We ask for your mercy as we open our hearts to receive your forgiveness, oh Lord. Lord, we lift up to you all these gifts we offer for your glory. We will eat this living bread, we will drink this saving cup, and feel your presence, oh Lord. As we offer this bread and as we bring you this wine, bless them, Lord Jesus, feed us now, give us life, send us your spirit, the source of our lives, and together we will serve you with as we offer this bread and as we bring you this wine, bless them, Lord Jesus, feed us now, give us life, send us your spirit, the source of our lives, and together we will serve you with love. And together we will serve you with
It is overwhelming to hear words of welcome by Miss Francis Bia Gutang.
Honored guests, dignitaries, dedicated mentors, PTA and barangay officials, supportive parents, fellow graduates, friends, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Today marks a very memorable moment in our lives. Hindi namin ito malilimutan. Ang araw kung kailan magtatapos kaming mag-aaral sa ika-6 na baitang. Ang araw kung kailan kami lilisan sa elementarya. Sa paglisan namin sa paaralang ito, ay isang pangako ang aming maiiwan na mabigyang karangalan ang paaralang ito sa loob ng mga taong darating sa larangan ng pag-aaral at paggawa ng kabutihan. Fellow graduates, let's move on our dreams with firm determination, proper attitude, and hard work. And we should not always forget that in everything we do our best because it's for ourselves. It's for the untiring, outstanding dedication and support of our parents and families. And we are their only hope. So let's not fail them. Without further ado, I welcome you all to this virtual graduation.
Thank you, Bia, for that warm welcome. And now is the certification of candidates for completion and graduation by Mrs. Hashim is Hineralau, Kindergarten Advisor, and Juliet Kamansi, Class Advisor of the Grade 6.
Being the advisor of kindergarten class of Tininggaan Elementary School, school year 2020 to 2021, sir, I hereby certify under oath that they have satisfactorily completed the requirements of kindergarten curriculum as prescribed by the Department of Education, and they are now ready for presentation.
Sir, as advisor of the 18th members of the graduating class of Tininggaan Elementary School, Tininggaan Tampilisan, Zamboanga del Norte, school year 2020-2021, I hereby certify under oath that they have satisfactorily completed the 7 years K-12 curriculum and the requirements appertaining thereto, and they are now ready for presentation.
The presentation of candidates for completion and graduation by Sir Fermin C. Kababat, Head Teacher 2.
Ma'am, I have the honor to present to you the 18th members candidates of the graduating class of Tininggaan Elementary School, Tininggaan Tampilisan, Zamboanga del Norte, school year 2020-2021, of who 9 are boys and 9 are girls, who upon the certification of the teacher in charge, they have satisfactorily completed the 7 years K-12 curriculum and all the requirements appertaining thereto, and they are now ready for acceptance and confirmation. Ma'am, I have the honor to present to you the 10 members candidates for moving up of Tininggaan Elementary School, whom 6 are boys and 4 are girls, who satisfactorily completed the requirements of K-12 curriculum prescribed by the Department of Education.
The confirmation of the candidates for completion and graduation by the school's Division Superintendent of the Division of Zamboanga del Norte, Dr. Maria Eliza R. Tabilon.
Candidates, You have been proudly presented and recommended by your school head for moving up after you have successfully completed all the requirements of the curriculum as prescribed under the K-12 Basic Education Program of the Department of Education. And so by the authority vested upon me as Schools Division Superintendent of the Schools Division of Zamboanga del Norte, I now confirm you completers in kindergarten of Zamboanga del Norte Schools Division for school year 2020-2021. Congratulations! Candidates, you have been proudly presented and recommended by your school head for graduation after you have successfully completed all the requirements of the curriculum as prescribed under the K-12 Basic Education Program of the Department of Education. By virtue of the authority vested upon me as Schools Division Superintendent of Zamboanga del Norte, I now confirm you graduates in the elementary education curriculum of the Schools Division of Zamboanga del Norte, school year 2020-2021. Congratulations!
Here are the following completers: Barney James A., Kamansi Ridge Francis Carl F., Dolier James Darrell C., Hiniralaw Kurt Van S., Hamulud Patrick M., Vilyasan James Darrell C., Barrow Shine Edith G., Dumapias Christine Marie R., Ibgos Centria Vines A., Parohinog Chandria B., Here are the following candidates for graduation: Hiniralaw Marismail Baligasa with honors, Gutang Princess Bia Calestro with honors, Manzano Charis Kamansi with honors, Adriatico Darwin Kamansi, Bustamante Christian Amba, Kamansi Ayan J. Ilba with honors, Dumapias Marjon Dolier, Macolanta Iner Barney, Otaw Jericho Kamansi, Parohinog Dervin Bulayog, Sumalpong Leonard Bungkal, Taguran Renier Manzano, Bustamante Nicole Binagatan, Libulong Laika Bueles, Manzano Razil Alibot, Namalata Via Pakatang, Prahinog Jeremy Tumagna, Pidi Hanime Dumapias. And now, let's hear the graduation messages from the DepEd Secretary, Leonor Magtulis Briones, from our Regional Director, Dr. Isabelita M. Boris, from our School Division Superintendent, Dr. Maria Liza R. Tabilon.
Good day to each and everyone who is attending virtually present at this time of our graduation ceremonies for our beloved and very precious graduates for the school year which ends at this time. First of all, I'd like to greet the parents and family members without whose sacrifices, whose reminders, and whose participation in the learning process for our graduates have resulted in this culmination program. This year, your role has changed drastically, where we've always thought, we've always believed that the matter of educating our children rests nearly exclusively on our teachers and our staff. This time, you parents, you family members, you who are in the households of our learners have expanded your role and contributed to this wonderful day wherein finally our learners are graduating in this culmination exercise. So congratulations, because this year has not been very easy, has not been a picnic for our teachers, for our family members, as well, especially the parents, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, and all who have contributed to the achievement of our learners at this time. So, maraming salamat at congratulations, parents and family members. Mas malaki ang role ninyo at this time compared to earlier graduation exercises. Secondly, I would also like to greet our teachers, without whose very careful review and careful supervision of the work of our pupils and our learners, this event would not be taking place at all. And so thank you, teachers. Your role has also expanded, in addition to seeing to it that the modules are faithfully followed, the assignments are correctly implemented, and the learners are truly learning. And you have had to deal with new ways of assessing the performance also of the learners. So congratulations, teachers, for enduring, for your patience, for your love for our learners, and your willingness to engage in a way and methods of teaching which are different from those which are used to. Assessment must have been especially difficult for you, especially since you were not able to see most of the time our students in face-to-face meetings, and most of the meetings, of course, were virtual. We'd also like to thank the local government units for their interest, for their cooperation, and for their continuing contributions to the needs of education, even as our children do not go to school. Your donations of material as well as financial resources at this time are most welcome, and your advice has been taken seriously not only by our teachers, by our school officials, but also by our officials in the Department of Education. We continually talk with local government units, especially in times of disaster, in times of great need for classrooms, for space, and for responses to unforeseen emergencies. Thank you, local government units. But of course, most of the congratulatory greetings fall on the deserving graduate. Each and every one of you is truly special. You are different from the other graduates who have passed through the portals of your school. You went to school practically without seeing your teachers, if at all. You went to school with your parents, your mothers, and your fathers hovering over your shoulders and seeing to it that you are able to complete your assignments. You are completing your studies at a time when examinations and assessments are different. You are culminating these long months of hard work at this time, even as you have to do family chores, even as you are distracted, and even as your world has turned upside down, and it seems and it appears as if we don't know what the future holds and what will happen next. But you have persevered, and now you are ready to graduate. And therefore, you deserve each and every bit of congratulations from us in the Department of Education, from your parents and family members, your teachers, from the officials in local government, as well as in the parent teachers associations. You deserve each and every single congratulatory pat on your back, each hug virtually, of course, and each greeting, which I am sure you are also receiving virtually. I don't know if you will remember this event many, many years from now. I have tried to recall myself who our graduation speaker was when I finished high school and when I finished my college studies. All I remember is that the graduation speaker was someone important, someone who was invited because that someone is supposed to give a message. What was more important to us graduates at that time was the excitement of the celebrations, the happiness and the joy of our parents, the sadness of parting from our classmates and from our teachers, and the enjoyment of all the graduation events that usually take place come commencement day. When I was a college student, we had a series of events which were designed to embed in our minds, which were designed to help us remember and not forget our days in college. We would spend one whole day going around the campus, visiting the classrooms, saying goodbye to our teachers, and sharing memories. We would have bonfires to say goodbye to each other. We had baccalaureate services where we committed ourselves to God and we prayed for guidance when we go out into the world. So many celebrations, and the speaker, of course, is the least important and easily forgotten component of the graduation exercise. Nonetheless, I will exert all efforts to share with you what I see are things or issues which a graduate should remember and recall. I have said that you are very special. You are very different. You are pioneering. There has been no other class like your class. There has been no other graduate like you as a graduating student because you are the very first graduate of the blended learning response to education in the Philippines. And so you ask yourself, what awaits you in the world outside? You can either work because the kind of curriculum you survived and underwent as a student will enable you to go to work if you wish to go to work. Some of you will proceed to further studies, and this would be a wonderful thing because there are many opportunities for further expanding your knowledge, for further answering and looking for explanations of issues, events that make you curious, especially in science, in technology, and also in the arts. So you can work, you can go to further studies, and perhaps some of you will settle down, hopefully not too soon, so you can pursue what you really want to do. So today, this is why we call this exercise a commencement exercise. It's not the end of our studies. It's not the end of all our efforts with blended learning, with modules, with floods, with earthquakes, and of course with COVID. It's a commencement of doors opening to you. More doors will be opened because you are a graduate. You can work, you can proceed for further studies, you can help your parents, and you can perhaps look for opportunities to do what you have always wanted to do, whether at work, whether at advanced studies, whether at learning more in science and technology, in mathematics, and in the arts. All of these opportunities are available to you. More doors are being opened. I hope you will select the door which arouses your curiosity, the door which will help you know more about this world, and the door which will allow you to contribute to the development of our country and contribute whatever we can to solve our problems and our challenges. Congratulations once more to each and every one of you. Congratulations to you, parents and family members. Congratulations to you, teachers. When I was chair of the board of Silliman University, each time we had graduation ceremonies during the baccalaureate and during commencement itself, I would cry. I would cry because you are sending out into the world a new batch of graduates, and we want to be sure that what is awaiting them is appropriate. We want to be sure that they are ready for what awaits them when they select which door to open. And so we tell you, go out to the world, do whatever you want to do. God be with you, and be assured that all of us love each and every one of you. Congratulations.
Buenos dias a todos. Good morning, everyone. From the bottom of my heart and on behalf of the regional office, let me greet each and every one of you with this felicitation. Happy graduation. There are 3 persons whom we dedicate this event. First and foremost, your parents. They have given you so much love and understanding even at this pandemic time. If there is that group of persons who are very happy for this accomplishment that you have in this COVID pandemic time, it's your parents. Despite the problems of limited access to an online modality of learning, they have given the necessary support, especially financial support. Even for those who cannot afford, parents have gone out of their way just to help you out. And through the years, from the beginning of your schooling, our parents, your parents, have always been there. In fact, in a classical way of saying, you have never become one without your parents. What you are today, it's all because of your parents. And so to the parents who are attending also the virtual graduation exercises, let me thank you and let me congratulate all of you for having done your best as parents. After all, the real jewels in our family are our children. What they have achieved today is actually a big one to reckon with, and that would be an accomplishment also for us as parents. The second group that we should acknowledge and give accolade is the group of our teachers. And so to our teachers, to your teachers, let me also congratulate and be grateful for that untiring support that you have given in this very challenging COVID pandemic time. We have limited resources, we have limited time and space, but you are true to the work of a teacher. Actually, the theme of strengthening quality education despite this COVID pandemic time rests on the shoulders of our teachers. And so we have tested you for your resilience, for your perseverance, and for your remarkable competency, especially in matters of adjusting the learning resources. And so to our teachers, again, DepEd Region 9 is very grateful for all the sacrifices that you have extended. In the parlance of the theme of our 123rd Philippine Independence Day, you have become our heroes because despite the time and the space, you continuously pursue the delivery of the self-learning modules or the so-called blended learning modality. And the last group, of course, is your very own selves, coupled with the support of our local government units, especially also the school administrators. Let me congratulate and thank all of you, especially the principals, who have done a lot of things just to install and implement the basic learning continuity plan that we have installed for all our schools, even the private schools. And so today is a day of what we call a day of happiness, whether we like it or not. Let's all be cheerful that finally we have reached the end part, the finale of your learning for this school year, 2020-2021. Of course, we all know that this has been a very unique experience, having adapted the so-called SLM, the self-learning modules, as a way of getting insights, knowledge, and developing our skills. There are a lot of problems that come our way, especially as we comply with the IATF health protocols, especially that there are a lot of restrictions in the part of our learners. But in totality, we've been true to our mantra that learning must continue. This has been the clamor of our secretary, that learning must continue. And so we did prove to ourselves and to the community that learning has continuously been pursued by all of us. And so for Gen X, Gen Y, the millennials, and your group, Gen Z, we really are very appreciative of that kind of effort that you have extended. There were cases that you have started to stop and be tempted to drop out, but because of the persistence of your parents, the dedication and the commitment of our school administrators and teachers, finally you decided that you should also continue. Indeed, you have continued. Thus, your graduation exercises today. And so to all of you, our warm congratulations and felicitations for having done a good job. And so to class 2021, a unique class of COVID era, may you have a positive outlook after these graduation exercises as we welcome the next school year and as you welcome also the next set of challenges for your next ladder, next journey, as you want to put yourselves in that challenging part of educating yourselves and feeling accomplished, eventually being part of nation building. So to all of you, congratulations. To all of you who have proven that you are still very strong in mind and spirit with a strong commitment to pursue quality education. Again, congratulations. Muchísimas gracias. Hasta la vista.
Congratulations and well wishes to all our 2021 completers and graduates in all the public and private learning institutions of the province of Zamboanga del Norte. Completing your academic milieu is a great accomplishment and should be celebrated. This year has been like no other, and your dedication and fortitude during this pandemic is much to be admired because the class of 2021 is the class that endured the most challenging of years, which you courageously persevered. You have accomplished so much while navigating the challenges of the new normal. Your hard work and resilience have been impressive, which concretized this year's graduation theme, strengthening quality education amid COVID-19 pandemic. In those days that you have been placed under the shelter of your homes and care and facilitation of your parents, while learning independently through modules or through other modalities, many have become your champions and worked incessantly to ensure that education will continue for you. Seeing you graduate today is so assuring and fulfilling for your teachers, families, friends, local and national leaders, and other stakeholders. Your support groups have exemplified a nurturing leadership and have collaborated to surmount overall challenges during the chaotic time to provide for you the much needed resources that will enable you to realize your dreams, knowing that your dreams serve as your driving force to succeed in life. Yet dreams can only be meaningful when in it are embedded the dedication and commitment, a power that lead and empower you to translate dreams into realities, the reconciling of intentions with actions to translate dreams into positive outcomes, the energizing of self with good vibes through prayer, empowering, encouraging, and inspiring surrounding, the anchoring of pride and confidence, and ensuring to be clothed with the grace born out of modesty and humbleness amidst successes and triumphs. The motivating and influencing others, which elucidates leading and empowering people, and serving God through His people that multiplies and spreads widely the gifts and talents as your important treasures and blessings. Graduates, we adults who have come ahead in life have already committed and dedicated our plans, actions, and resources, hopefully, to make abound the opportunities for you. On this special day commences your journey to another phase of your endeavor in life. You take on a more challenging role to play, and as you traverse the path, it is our prayer that your perseverance and strength carry you through all difficulties and adversities. We will be with you along the way and are already excited to see the positive changes that you will be making in the world we live in. Mabuhay and God bless, Class of 2021.
May I call on Mrs. Hashim Izhiniralao to present the guest speaker.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am pleased to be with you this afternoon and to have the chance to introduce our guest speaker. She is not new to us simply because she is one of the successful graduates here in our school. She is an alumna and consistent honor in Tininggaan Elementary School, class 2007. Graduated in Tininggaan National High School, Tampilisan Annex, class 2011. She is a graduate of Bachelor in Criminology in Jose Rizal Memorial State University, Tampilisan Campus in the year 2017. This lady is persistent in fulfilling her dreams, so she took the criminologist examination and passed in the year 2020. She is now a licensed criminologist, preparing herself in applying job and pursuing her dreams. So ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our guest speaker, Miss Glissy Jane Ordes Camance.
And now, let's hear the inspirational message by Miss Glissy Jane O. Camansi.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to take this opportunity to honor my beloved alma mater and dear teachers of Tininggaan Elementary School who helped and inspired me to become the woman I am now. I am grateful for choosing me as guest speaker for your virtual graduation ceremony. Indeed, it was a challenge to be invited to talk in front of our dear graduates, especially in times of crisis COVID-19 pandemic. I feel proud that I am one of Tininggaan Elementary School product, and I owe to my school to live by example and to take the challenge as part of a lifelong pursuit, growth and development. I am here today to tell you that no matter how hard a day you're having, you can get through it. I am going to show you graduate a quick view of my own book. I was only 9 when my father died in vehicular accidents. Our youngest brother was 2. Since then, our lives struggled. Our mother take all the responsibilities, our light, and become our pillar. I've seen how she pursue and managed to raise us 5 alone. Pero hindi dapat pinanghinaan ng loob. Ika nga, hindi hadlang ang kahirapan sa nagpupursigi. 15 years ago, I was just like you. Isang munting bata na nangangarap makapagtapos ng pag-aaral. It is not an easy way to achieve my goal, since life is hard, financially unstable. My schooling was sacrificed. I stopped for a year because my mother can't afford to send us two with my eldest brother to college. So nagtambay. Ang trabaho ng lampas, mananggot guma, manawat para na ikabaligya ika-Domingo pang konsumo. Vice versa, balik-balik nga trabaho. Gipangultanan ako akong kaugalingon. Ingon ani na lang ba ang kinabuhi gusto nako po yan, ug ang tubag dili. So I decided to go back to school. I really tried very hard to embrace my dreams that someday I will finish my studies and somehow, by God's grace, I will reap my fruit of sacrifices to taste the bittersweet of my labor. So may God hear my prayers. I graduated and passed my licensure examination for criminologist. And I do believe God will be there for me. Sooner I can land a stable job and have a bright future through Him. We have all different trials to face, but we have only one God who will be there for us. Just believe in Him. Trust yourselves. The path towards achieving your goals is afoot. According to our great philosopher, Mahatma Gandhi, the future depends on what you today. Success doesn't come to you. You go to it. Maong manginabuhi ta, manikamot ta makahuman para puhon, tawhay atong panginabuhi, laban lang. Quitters never win. Padayon ta bisan sa pagsulay ug kalisod. And forget not, your test lead and to a brighter redirection of your life, and it will be your breakthrough testimony. When your life is in dim, God will light you in an amazing way. Work hard and pray. Good luck on your new journey. Congratulations once again to all proud parents who never failed to support their children. Mabuhay Tininggaan Elementary School. Thank you.
Thank you, Mom, for the very inspiring message. At this juncture, may we hear the message from the representative of the awardees by Marismael B. Hiniralaw with honors.
Dearly Public School District Supervisor, Dr. Elda L. Evangelista, Fatherly School Head Fermin C. Kababat, teaching staff of Tininggaan Elementary School, fellow graduates, a pleasant afternoon to all of us. Today features another milestone in the lives of graduating pupils like us. It is a day to celebrate, a celebration, because after 7 long years of acquiring our basic education, we are now ready to move forward one step higher in the ladder of our quest to greater level of educational upliftment. Even in these trying times of the pandemic, with this theme, kalidad ng edukasyon, lalong patatagin sa gitna ng pandemya, strengthening the quality of education amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Hopefully, we are now strong enough to combat our battles that may come our way. We will be transformed into more responsible, more competent, and more skilled individuals, ready to conquer the world in its narrowest sense. My fellow graduates, I am encouraging all of us to continue whatever we started and be the leaders of our simplest ways, applying the self-discipline and basic competency offered to us by the Keto 12 program and taught to us by our teachers from Keto Grade 6 here in Tininggaan Elementary School, and building a better future and be a part of developing a society when everybody enjoys the gift of living. But before we finally leave this portal of Tininggaan Elementary School, we would like to thank the persons who have turned us to what we are now, from the simple sketching of lines in kindergarten to the deeper reading comprehension in grade 6. Thank you so much to our teachers. We are forever grateful for the sacrifices, selfless services, and patience you have given us. Thank you very much for the opportunities you have given us to develop our full potential and abilities. To my fellow graduates, thank you for the memories, both laughter and struggles we shared together. I know deep within my heart, we may be growing up, but we will always be there in one according chasing the dreams that are planned for us, even the test of time. To our parents, who in one way struggles in the last step of our quest because of the pandemic, thank you so much for proving us that you are indeed our first teachers, for guiding us to travel the school year without hesitation. Salamat Mama, Papa, Nanay, Tatay, sa mga pagpasabot sa among mga modules. Above all, the Almighty Father, for the gift of life, the wisdom and the expertise you have bestowed upon us. We pray earnestly that you continue to guide and protect us. We follow the direction towards the attainment of our dreams. To this end, I urge my fellow graduates to be one with me in giving back the honor and glory due to everyone who had molded us to what we have become. Keep safe, everyone. Thank you and good afternoon.
Thank you, Maurice, for the message. And now, to closing remarks by our school head, Fermin C. Kababat.
To our beloved, versatile, beautiful, and supportive public school district supervisor of the Pilisanto district, Mrs. Ilda L. Evangelista, my co-teachers of Tininggaan Elementary School, the barangay officials, the PTA officials headed by Val Namalata, parents, friends, ladies and gentlemen, the graduates, a pleasant afternoon. We are now in the conclusive part of watching the program. I don't know if some of you feel comfortable. If not, sorry for the inconvenience. In behalf of the teaching staff, I'll ask apology for the situation due to the power interruption and signal in our location, which is sometimes not available. Rest assured, by the next time, if given a chance in the future, the school will promise you to offer a better services in terms of technical concern. It is the DepEd mandates that the school will conduct virtual graduation rites to allow the learners feel the memorable event from the elementary course that happened once of their life. For all the support given to us by the higher authority, the support of parents and the barangay officials, and also the teachers who struggled of collecting information and document to craft the program. We are very thankful to them. Without this person, the virtual that we are watching will not be happen. And we will be thankful also to our Almighty God, the Supreme of all being, to give us time, strength, and power to do everything. Since my part is to close the program, permit me to say, I may now close the program. Once again, good afternoon. Mabuhay tayong lahat.